Greetings, fellow Wendigo. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld, the first Wendigo. Episode 77, Fine-Tuned Lab. What I'm going to be doing right at the start here is fine-tuning the vat grow lab, and then I'm going to have you guys vote on a new goal. Yeah. So pretty soon here, we have some of the vat-growing embryos that are going to be birthed. So we've got this one, and this is just a gene prisoner, a baby that will be born into a prison, never to be freed because they have inappropriate genes that should not intermix with the colony. And then this one is more or less just a grunt soldier. Thank you for the resub. But, yeah. So, in terms of this lab, I'm going to change things around a little bit. So the plan originally was, this is going to be the vats. We have the ovum, or ova. We have the good eggs. We have this here will be a little nursery in case there are babies that grow, that get born sick. And then up here will be the crypto sleep area. Something else that I failed to do is remove the roof over the solar panels. So I've not been getting solar energy for a bit. So let's go ahead and do that. Make sure that we start to soak up those photons once again. And then Guero, one thing I want you to do is to bundle up and then go back into your crypto sleep. So one of the things I wanted to research here was crypto sleep caskets so that Guero can be asleep nearby. So I just want Guero to bundle up so that if we do pop him out of the crypto sleep caskets, he isn't super frozen. But he's not going to be sleeping there for very much longer. Why use barricades on the uranium turrets? They do now benefit from cover. I don't know exactly when this update rolled out, but I do know I tested it myself. It is a thing. And I mentioned that last stream. Alright, so there's the toque. And once Guero is awake, I'll have him take the toque, the parka, and then head to the crypto sleep. Yeah, I was surprised. For the longest time, turrets never benefited from cover, and then sometime maybe in 1.4, I'm not sure, I didn't test. It got updated where they do benefit from cover, so I've added cover for them. So I'm hoping to phase out the old sort of vat area, as it's out of date. So one thing I'm going to do is let's go ahead and get some furniture in here. So we're going to have baby food stored on these shelves. One other thing I have not yet done is to remove baby food from these shelves so that we don't store it close, because now we have dedicated storage for it. And then eventually I'm going to be moving over the entire baby food operation to this kitchen here. So we'll have rice on the shelves and baby food on these shelves, because baby food, despite the fact that it requires extra processing, it is a very efficient food source for growth fats, and it's a little bit less annoying to deal with than trying to get... Oh, mass and Brizette are lovers. Interesting. It's a little bit easier to deal with than nutrient paste that you have to make manually, and it's very annoying. So Mass and Brizette are lovers. Well, I guess you're over curiosity. Your dead fiance, so that's cool. I suppose I have to, yeah, let's go ahead and get you beds side by side. Maybe I'll space the beds out a little bit more. They're allowed to share bedrooms, they're just not allowed to have, natural pregnancies. So, them being in the same bedroom is fine, as long as they're happy. Are the new lovers related in any way? Not that I know of. No. Mass's parents are Jonah, if you remember Jonah from a long time ago. And I don't even know the mother. I could look at Frostleband's, never mind. God, why is the mother not tracked here? It's so strange. It's like they're both motherless. Motherless cur. What's the hearts next to the portrait? It is a way to track relationships in the color-coded mood bar. So if you want those hearts, it would be options, mod options, color-coded mood bar, and then relationship icons, which is right here. And what that does is it shows you who's in a relationship, and there's different icons and different colors for each relationship. So mass and Brysette. That also allows me to free up an extra bedroom for Steph, because Steph was not in her own bedroom. And now that we have a free bedroom, why not just put her in one? So that she's not in this random barracksy thing. She is greedy or jealous, I forget which. Greedy? So she wants an impressive bedroom, and this one is decent. Maybe we can push it up to being impressive, and that will keep her a little bit happier. So that she doesn't have this greedy for an impressive bedroom modifier. Not that I'm trying to keep her happy, it's just so that she has fewer mood breaks, because mood breaks are very annoying for me to mitigate. Alright, the other thing I wanted to do is T-Sang. Don't clean. Keep crafting, and maybe don't forget to eat. Cool. Mass is from Jonah and Belarose, if your sheet is correct, and Belarose and Curiosity is from the parents of Brysette. Oh. Well, they're never going to have natural children, so it really doesn't matter. Because they're not sharing a bed, and you can't have children if you don't share a bed. And it's not it's not allowed that we share beds, right? Physical love is prohibited in the colony. So it's not going to be an issue. They can have incestual relationships, but they will never procreate. Never, ever, ever will they procreate. So, Brysette, you have an undignified bedroom because you don't have a double bed? Okay, this is going to be increasingly annoying here. So they're going to share a bedroom, like this, then. Nothing like the relationship to be annoying, right? Sorry, Steph, you don't sleep there anymore. Alright, so this is now Brysette's, and then this will be Steph's. And that way, it's dignified, and they're in the same room together. So it'll be, well, once, yeah. Eventually. Cool. Well, at least, hopefully that will keep them happier, because keeping them happy is going to be really, really helpful for me, not to have to deal with that nonsense. All right. So over here we have the lab coming together, the VAT lab. And there's also some changes I want to make to the VAT lab. This door up here, I want... Actually, this whole area is going to change a little bit. Because if I'm adding cryptosleep caskets in here, I need more room. Because I suspect that we're going to have a lot of cryptosleep gene donors. And in fact, I took the time to name people. To give them titles here. So we have Brawler, Mechanitor, Roa, Mechanitor, Mining Slave, Crafting Slave, and Best Scientist. Wendy calls herself the Best Scientist, but honestly, she is. So, if you argue against that, you die. So she'll kill all the other scientists. Because that's kind of her jam. Well, corpses are her jam. And peanut butter. Alright, so there's our new little... crib area, and I'm going to work on getting better cribs. Wendy is not technically a psychopath, so it's important for the children to be happy, because if children are unhappy, she suffers mental consequences of that. So, working towards that. There's an excellent one. Perfect. First try. How's the breeding program going? Pretty good. Pretty good. We have a whole bunch of eggs to be grown, and I am totally redesigning the layout of the lab so that we could accommodate more prisoners and more forced gene donors and the like. So I'm excited. iLobot, thank you for the resub. Some of Amazon's Prime money. No, they've never canceled the subprime program. I would be surprised if they do. There'd be kind of outcry, I'd suspect. I could be wrong, but I think it's a well-liked program. Well, I guess that doesn't necessarily mean they won't cancel it, though. But I can hope that they won't. Alright, so now we have the little nursery, and then this will be the crypto room. And then soon I will make sure that the rice is hauled over, and we'll be in a pretty good position to start spinning up our capture and egg extraction, which should be pretty helpful. So, Marshmallow should be leaving pretty soon. 3 hours. Wow, really soon. And Marshmallow's quest was the double-sized mech cluster for an architect eye, psychic emanator, advanced components, and plasteel. Oh, speaking of which, for the emanator, let me prep for the emanator. That's actually not what I wanted to do. Let's do it here. So I want to put the emanator so it mostly benefits Wendy, because that's who I care about. And the psychic emanator will emanate positive mood thoughts within a, I don't know, 20 radius or something like that. I could measure if I cared. Okay, we're starting to get baby food set up where it's supposed to be. And then what I really need to do is just to fill these shelves with rice, which means growing a lot more rice than I currently am growing. So as soon as the hops and psychoid are done, I'm going to shift all of the grow operations to rice to try to ramp up the rice. And also, let me pause the slate blocks. Or in fact, I can unpause the slate blocks and just make this with any mech. And then create another one and have it be any... Have it be mass. Because I don't want T-Sing on it. So mass is allowed to do it. And maybe MIDI and Steph. Because T-Sing's obviously way better suited to other tasks. So where's it? Oh, the ship is really not that far from Marshmallow. Perfect. So set to load, Marshy, and you're going to be gone. Too bad the Impids didn't raid me after a last last stream. Yeah, I agree. It is too bad. I was actually hoping that they would, but they didn't. Alright, so I'm double walling this in because I don't intend for this crypto sleep area to be insulated. It doesn't need to be, right? When you're in crypto sleep, you can't suffer from hypothermia, so I'm going to double wall it, and that way we have somewhere to put Guero, and anyone else that just becomes a gene donor. So here's the emanator, and I was going to stick the emanator here. So it covers the research bench, it covers Wendy's bed, not that you get emanations when you're sleeping, you don't. And it also covers the throne. So the places that she typically spends the most time will be covered by the emanator, and hopefully that will get her to be in a good mood. And then we also have that Architect Eye, which will be installed in Wendy at some point too, once she's asleep or whatever. All right, question for you guys. What next priority? Now that the lab is wrapping up, what do you think I should work on next? Expand egg extraction and breeding, add more defenses, because there's obviously more defenses that I can add, gain resources for mining, boss farming, ancient dangers, questing, taking on a major project, or viewer suggestions that you guys make. I think Wendy's wardening is a bit too high. Yeah, so it was. The other thing I'm going to want in this room is heaters, because, you know, maybe I could put, yeah, maybe I'll do it like this. Put the heaters in here, because this is the room that needs to be the most temperate, and then vents. Actually, I don't even think the grow vats need heaters. So I'm going to destroy this slate door and put maybe an auto door there. And I'll put the another auto door in the other spot. I don't really know why I'm doing steel auto doors. I should be doing like slate or something that is not flammable. So I'll fix that too. Also, it appears like my wealth of steel that I had is dwindling. We do have a mining slave. What is their temperature tolerance? It's a bit too cold out for them. Yeah, shoot. Yeah, it's a bit too cold out for them to be mining these tunnels. Obviously, Orange Chaos could do it, the mining bot. But the other thing I could do here is to stick a steel door in here. That's not a door. Stick a steel door in here, move one of the unstable power cells. Oh, actually, do I have a deep drill location for steel? Yeah, I do, right up here, right? Okay. So, yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to move one of these unstable power cells for this location. And then I'll set a little heated mining area over there. So that I don't need to keep them very warm, because the actual mining area will be warmed. Slate takes longer to open and close. Yeah, but not for auto doors. For regular doors, surely, yes, I agree. But for auto doors, doesn't really matter. Hey, 88 Jack, thank you for the resub. All right, we are working. So Kish is moving the drill, and then someone will move the unstable power cells. And then Cactus, we should see you, yeah, digging at the slate. Perfect. Alright, the lab is now a little bit more insulated. We're still waiting on components from T-Sang for the heaters, but he's working on them. The hops are almost fully grown. I also have a lot of psychoid, but I can keep it in the freezer. It's fine. At some point I'll make more tea, but I'm not too concerned about when. Okay, Wendy is asleep, so let's go ahead and give her a right architect eye. Do it with real meds, and then Fangface, you are free to move around the base to operate that surgery. Egg timers, 5 days. Yeah, 5 days for egg timers, and then for go juice deficiency, Sky is fine. Not to be a problem for many hours to come. Days, really. Okay, and next up we'll be expanding the egg extraction and breeding process. Got it. So I think what I might end up doing is, we still don't have a viable impid candidate, so maybe sending more pollution to the impids to try to get them to attack me. once, probably after Wendy finishes her next death rest, we'll try to instigate the impids to mess with me. Okay, and the bionic eye that I had will probably go to Mass. Because Mass is the next best shooter by far. So let's install that now. He's asleep. She's asleep. And then while you're asleep... Yeah, Fing Face. Why are you wandering? That's weird. Go do the surgery. No, don't feed Wendy. What? Oh, because Cactus was already moving the eye. Got it. Alright, cryptosleep caskets are researched. That's very good. That allows us to move the cryptosleep for Guero into the cryptosleep cavern, or whatever you want to call this. But obviously, building your own cryptosleep caskets are rather expensive, so it's not something I'm going to be doing immediately. Because it costs advanced components and the like. So I'm going to wait until T-Sang catches up with... I don't need that door anymore, sorry, Steph. Until T-Sang catches up with the component needs that we have. I'm also adding in some additional neural superchargers because our population is booming, and we're going to require more supercharge in order to keep people happy, or efficient, or whatever. All right, still working on this lab. It has taken a while. We should have a... Oh, yeah. Birth in 0.0 days. Nice. So that is coming near immediately. Frostalband, Stutastic. What name would you prefer for this this growth vat? And why is this bionic eye not fired off? So it's a healthy growth. And let's go ahead and... Which are you? Call him Frosty? Got it. So you are... You know what? You're not going to want this one. So I'm actually going to raffle this one off. You're not going to want this one because it's a gene prisoner. And I'd like to give you something better. So raffle timer's up. You'll take the next one. The next one's actually a combatant. This one, because it has Trotter Hands and Pig Voice, it's just going to be harvested for its genes. Unfortunately, it's also male. So it's going to be a cryptoslept gene prisoner. Or something. No, because it's male? Ooh. Maybe I grow it to 3 and then organ harvest it. And then rip it. Because you can't take eggs from a male, and it's really annoying to, Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to raffle it off anyway, but you know what's going to happen to it. So, insert the baby. So here is where we're going to be doing the cryptos. Eventually having 6 pods, but I'm going to start with just the 1 because it's expensive. Wasn't I using to filter out bad pig genes? Yes. The issue is it's male. And you can't have... I don't really want to explain it if you don't get why that's an issue. Well, okay, I will explain it. Sorry. You can't just, like, imprison a male and extract sperm. You have to put them in a cryptoseed pod, wake them up, have them fertilize eggs, put them back into the cryptoseed pod. It's basically just annoying, busy work forever. And I don't want that kind of annoying, busy work forever, so I'd rather just kill it off and hope for a female next time. That's the TLDR. That's the easy TLDR. They have to fertilize eggs, but you can't have prisoners fertilize eggs, so they have to be enslaved, which means that I have to violate the rules because that baby cannot become a slave because it has pig voice and trotter hands. So there's actually no way for me to not violate the rules and have that baby be useful genetically in any way. So instead, I'll just organ harvest it and kill it off. Hoping for females. So whoever wins this poll, you get to briefly be sacrificed. Maybe I can actually do a corpse exchange sacrifice. Maybe that's even a better way than rip scanning. Because I do have some spare high cores, but I wouldn't mind doing a little bit of a body swap. Yeah, I could use it to suppress slaves, or I could corpse exchange it. One or the other. Both would work. So then would the winner become a mech? No, the winner is going to become a sacrificed baby, as I've just explained thoroughly, at least once. Yes, when I'm playing Wendy, I will sass you. That is how this works. So, deep drill. It is up and running. So now all I have to do is wall it in a little bit better and throw a heater in there. And we're good. Alright, Wendy, work drive is off cooldown in about 3 days. Because I want T-Sing to be making components, and they're kind of taking a while. Samass has been slightly upgraded with spare parts. Hopefully will help Wendy when combat happens. Still working on that lab, though. It's getting pretty close to being finished, though. So we just need some doors. And we can call it done. I didn't double insulate these walls, though. I mean, I could have. If I was to do that, I'd need to delete this growth vat. No, I'm gonna do it just for the aesthetics. I know, silly, right? But that's how it'd be. All right, who's getting sacrificed? Oh, Scorpio, guess what? At least you're gonna be... Well, it'll be a quick death. What I was gonna say is at least you're still eligible to win future raffles. So there's still hope that you won't just get offed again. So we're getting the heaters in. That's good. And then Wendy should have this done soonish. And pretty soon Cactus's work area will be heated. Ugly as hell. Ugly as sin, but heated. I don't care what a slave thinks about their work environment, though. Ugly or not really a difference to me. In fact, it's probably better if it's ugly. Just to let them know that I don't care about their feelings. Yeah, I'll reroute the power. If you're gonna do it, you gotta do it right. Biostarvation. Because you guys don't have baby food. Natsu, you're starving my babies. And this one's going to be particularly annoying because if it's biostarved, in about 0.9 days it gets born, and then it can't go back into the growth vat because it's starving. I might need a second Natsu. I might need another Fabricor. Alright, so it's not biostarved now, but I'm bio-annoyed that even happened in the first place. Alright, lab is coming together, and this allows for quite a lot of growth vats if we want it, right? More than I likely am going to be growing at any one given time, unless we super ramp everything up, which, I mean, could happen, but it's not likely to happen anytime soon, because of the expense of growing people is, well, it's expensive on purpose. So we're going to grow Scorpio until 3. What to do with Scorpio? Here is the choices. Rip scan, corpse exchange, organ harvest, or sacrifice. So sacrifice would add suppression to the slaves. Currently the slaves are at 97 and 100%, so probably not super useful. Organ harvesting, we would get organs. Corpse exchange, we might get another donor. And then rip scan, we would get a high core to be able to make more mechs. You know what I just realized is I could stick a mech booster here. That way it covers both the stonecutter and the kitchen, and that would have Natsu working faster. It's getting a little tired of waiting for those food. I'd also wanted to wall up the overhead mountain area, so I'll continue doing that too. Now it looks like these Pollux trees can handle a little bit more waste packs. Get them going. And you're biostarving again. How? I just made a huge batch of... Natsu, you're so slow. Okay, fine. You know what I'm going to do? This is going to be made by Wendy. I'm tired of having biostarved babies because it actually makes things a lot harder for me in the long run. So I'm going to whip up a batch of baby food. So that this baby can be stuck in the regrow. Oh, we have a mech hive attack. Prepare a while from 3 different areas. Okay. So my mechs stay inside. My colonists stay inside. And then we'll take a look at who we've got. Doesn't look like too many. 10. 4. And 2, 3? Maybe they're centipedes. There's so few of them, I kind of suspect they're centipedes. So when are you going to get born? You're going to be biostarved when you're born. Oh, we have got a centurion with a centipede. A centipede. Centipedes. So a whole bunch of centipedes. Got it. So it looks like you guys want corpse exchange to be done. Will do. So Wendy is going to go soften up this raid, and then my mechs are going to go to the entryway. So the first one that's going to come in on me is the west one, because they're closest, so I'll soften the west one up first. Hopefully, when killing these mechs, we'll get components, because we are desperate for components. Wouldn't be a terrible idea for me to consider trade. So they don't have any Tesserons, which makes this a little bit easier. I'm going to mess with the Centurion first. Try to get the Centurion down. And then I'll try to berserk the blaster. Cactus, I don't think you're in particular danger in there. But I want to make sure that this door actually closes because mechanoids, if they do a west wall breach, they will go in here and break things. And I don't want to have to replace a deep drill if I can help it. Long-range mineral scanning just got researched. Package survival mills sounds reasonable. So the Scythers like to engage a target and then just keep slashing kind of forever. They're very dumb. So they're going to just slash that Centurion to death, which is awesome. And I would say, other than the lack of a cryptosleep casket, the lab is done. So eventually this lab will look... It'll have lots of pod space and be accommodate a lot more gene donors. Oh, wow. Turrets benefit from cover from 1.0. That's good to know. Yeah, I remember way back in the day that was not the case. And I guess I never retested it because I never saw it as a patch note. Alright, the Senti is dead. And the Mech Hive is coming to attack, so let's go mess them up. One of the beautiful things about the leap is when you're in the air, you're not a viable target. So it allows for Wendy to drop her as a eligible target to be shot at when she leaps away. And I am going to do a little bit of drugs here. Drink the last beer, drink the last tea, because my recreation is down. So these Scythers are not going to stop on the blaster, which is cool. Just keep smushing them. Oh, let's get a neural supercharge. And then have Wendigo intervene. Unfortunately, what ended up happening here is this blaster got left in the dust by its entourage, so it's not going to be easy to berserk it. I would need to skip and berserk, which is different and more annoying. So instead, let's just get people to the front. Let's just draft the soldiers. Alright, Fangface, you could definitely go back to the paramedic bot zone. Don't need you out here. So first, through the doors, just a bunch of Lancers. They're gonna get smushed. Yeah, it makes you wonder about the other collective knowledge that has been accurate for X amount of time, right? Oh, who's getting shot? Oh, Wendy. I do... Okay, that's a problem. Here, I'll berserk it and skip it. There we go. Sorry, Wendy. I thought I didn't tell you to track that way, but obviously that's not the case. So I have these two centipedes firing on one another. She's fine. Just a little banged up armor from my sloppiness. Okay. And she is super fast at wound healing, so she'll be fine pretty quickly. So the Scythers did end up taking down the blaster. That's good. Another one down. Another one down. It's a mech grinder. And then what I could do is just mess with these blasters, forcing them to fight one another while Wendy has the psi focus. Alright, so what else is coming in? We've got a Scyther coming in, so that means have my Scyther and Orange Chaos fight it. Because I don't want my organics to get hit. And then we'll set back up for melee after that. All right, Wendy, let's party down here now. Also, on your way down, grab some blood. All right, switching strategies. Whoop. They saw me. Come on in. There is a Scyther in this grouping. What is it doing? Okay, it's being dumb. Go ahead, shoot Orange Chaos. See if Orange Chaos cares with the shield belt he's built in with. Alright, so Orange Chaos is going to... I didn't want to fight this way, but they're being annoying, so we'll do it. It's going to get blocked up. So what's next? Just the centipedes, I think? Alright, now let's see if we can't clear it proper. Come on in. I like how my... Oh, holler bots are getting spicy. Dead. Oh, you hit Rosie. Alright, everyone could take a break. Humans, that is. Wendy, you two. Because I believe... Yep, the only two that are left are these blasters, and they're going to take a little while to get in here. I like how Rosie's immediately cleaning up all that fight. The other thing I wanted to do is the shred mech zone. Going to shrink the ingredient radius, so we're only taking from the shred mech pile. That way, T-Sing doesn't have to go running for corpses, because that doesn't seem worth it. Also, these centipedes are still bashing one another, which is just simply hilarious. Healthy Vat Birth. So this one is going to be Frosty. So congratulations, Frosty. And you are a brawler, or you intend to be for now. Do you have biostarvation? For 13 more hours. So, Cactus, or who's close by? Steph, go play with Frosty. The other thing that I haven't yet done is xenogerm implant the growers. So I'm not going to bother xenogerming Scorpio, but Frosty should be xenogermed. So Frosty, let's take a quick snapshot. Your heavy jaw, heavy brow, fat body, and then a bunch of positive genes. I know that I'm in the middle of combat, but Wendy's a multitasker, and so am I. So you have a metabolic efficiency of -4, so there's a lot of metabolic efficiency to make up for. All right, let's see. So this is going to be Frosty. Super fast wound healing. You are already cold tolerant and heat tolerant. you already have robust and reduced pain and strong melee damage, so I don't need any of that. So awful cook, awful craft, awful art, awful plants, poor social, awful intellectual, plus bushy beard, awful shoot, furry tail, dark vision, nearsighted, and that should put you as a +5. And also for you to remain a really good brawler. Okay, so great melee, I'm going to add that. And then kind instinct, because I'm kind of getting tired of the social fighting. So the gene donors, the final Wendigo definitely shouldn't be kind, but the gene donors can be. So is there any other awfuls that I have not yet added? Cook, craft, art, plants, intellectual, shooting. Oh, animals. I don't have an awful animals, but I do have a poor animals. Okay, so this is going to be the Frosty. Cool. I think I did that well. Designing another brawler. Now here comes the dumb centipedes. Should be really easy to clear, but I'm going to send everyone down here anyway. Oh, look! Already slung insults. Insulted Brycett's way of thinking. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to create like a little brawler box. And then stick the centipede in the brawler box and it will get annihilated really quickly. Doesn't one pawn have Killer Instinct? I actually took it out. Steph had Killer Instinct and I found it to be really annoying. So I overwrote her genes. I don't think that the front one is even going to be able to make it. Oh, it died. Oh, and it dropped 21 components. Legend. Into the brawler box. And should be a quick kill. Cool. We're done. Mechs. Unrestricted. And people. Unrestricted. And put the mechs back into recharge. Steph, when you're done eating, go grab those components. Alright, that was easy. That was really easy. If you make a mod that adds male reproductive samples, would I consider using it in the series? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I would say yes. If you have a way to extract sperm, I would use it. Alright, Wendy, I'm sorry to do this to you, because I'm sure you want to do other things, but Natsu has been a really terrible cook, and Frosty over here is legit starving, so I'm going to need you to cook up some food. And Mitty, you get to feed, because Wendy don't want to do that. Is it time to gestate something new? Maybe. I'm going to wait a second for me to finish up this lab project, which includes making the cryptocyst casket. And then egg extraction and fertilization is the next big task. I also want to probably pollution launch against the impids to see if I can get impid prisoners. There we go. So I should have plenty of food for the pods. Frosty's been fed. Should be going to... Yeah, there you go. Now you're asleep. And you actually can be grown now. So what I need to do... I'm going to wait to grow Frosty until the xenogerm is done. And then I'll start growing Frosty again. Thank you for tuning in to The First Wendigo, which originally streamed live on Twitch January 22nd. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in next stream or an upcoming episode. Farewell, my fellow Wendigo.